Hey everyone, and welcome to a new video. Summer is coming to an end, then there's autumn, and suddenly winter. And you probably want to keep on flying a sea helicopter just like me. But even without snow, it's not just important to keep your fingers warm. What really matters is making sure your batteries are. If you fly with cold batteries, they end up dying sooner or later. And those things aren't cheap. LiPos are happiest at around 20 to 30 degrees, same as me. In the cold, batteries just don't perform as well. So you have to make sure you don't push them too hard and end up damaging them for good. The difference made by temperature can also be seen in the telemetry data. The big problem is that the voltage drops when you put a load on the battery. Check out this comparison. The cold battery's voltage drops to 3 volt, which actually damages it. So I pretty much need a heated case. And that's exactly what I'm gonna build now. At 10 degrees, LiPos only deliver about half the rated discharge rate. Plus, you don't get the full capacity anymore, and your flight time goes down. Also, if it's under 10 degrees, you should only charge at 0.5 C. That's why it makes sense to pre-warm your batteries in the winter. The best way is to slowly bring them up to 30 to 35 degrees over an hour or two before flying. You really don't need a lot for this. Just a box, the heating pad, a thermostat, some cables, and a bit of insulation. I grabbed an old tool case and cleared out the inside. You can get heating pads in all shapes and voltages from the usual online stores. I went with 230 volt since there's a power outlet at the airfield. So I ordered a thermostat with a 230 volt relay as well. Both together cost less than 40 euro. I also had some styrofoam lying around. Before wiring up the thermostat to the heating pad, I double-check the settings and drop the desired temperature down to 35 degrees. To keep the heating pad from sitting right on the bottom of the case, and so the battery doesn't touch the pad directly, I cut a few pieces of wood to use as spacers. Then it was time to get the case ready. I made a cutout for the thermostat so I can control and see it from the outside. And a hole for the power cable. Meanwhile, the 3D printer was busy making small brackets for the top wooden slats. After that, I just had to assemble everything and hook up the wires. Since I wanted to not only warm the batteries at the airfield, but also charge them, I needed an opening for the charging cables. time to give it a test run, but definitely not inside. Oh, 200 degrees. So the problem is the heating pads got way too much power. It gets hot way too fast and the thermostat can't keep up. That's why I need to dial down the power a bit. Yeah, let's go back to the workbench. Luckily, I found a suitable dimmer down in the basement. Since we're dealing with 230 volt here, the dimmer definitely needed a protective case. But thanks to 3D printing, that's a quick fix these days. If you want to try this project yourself, go for a heating pad with less power. Mine's 1000 watts and rated up to 300 degrees. That's totally overkill, but it was on sale and super cheap. With the dimmer installed and set to the lowest level, the heating pad tops out at 70 degrees now. That's more than enough to keep the target temperature of 35 degrees. Time for the first real test. The weather was perfect. -2 degrees, sunny and windless. The great thing about flying in the off-season is that you usually have the whole place to yourself. So, charging the batteries and off we go. So I've been at the airfield for 2 hours now. It's a wonderful day for flying. My batteries are nice and warm, and yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you found it interesting, and let me know in the comments if you fly in the winter too. So see you in the next video. Bye.